The 2011 Royal Rumble was the first and only Rumble to have 40 participants. It had a runtime of 1 hour and 10 minutes and premiered on January 30th inside Boston's TD Garden. Michael Cole, Matt Striker, and Jerry the King Lawler were on commentary for this event with 15,113 fans in attendance. Justin Roberts was the ring announcer for this evening.
Quick question. Who the hell thought it was a good idea to do 40 men for a Royal Rumble? Seriously, who asked for this? What fans out there said, you know what would be a great Rumble? A 40-man Royal Rumble. 30 is outdated. Let's have 40 men. That was one of the dumbest things they ever came up with. That roster in 2011 was nowhere near stacked enough to have a 40, let alone 30 male Royal Rumble. And it showed. Half of this match was nothing but CM Punk and the new Nexus. Oh yeah, new Nexus. Remember them? You don't? Because a lot of people don't. And it's sad, because Nexus had a ton of potential in 2010, and then they fed into John Cena, just like they did in this Rumble. Half the match was nothing but CM Punk and the new Nexus dominating the roster, which was great. I'll sit here and tell you, I love that part of the Rumble. CM Punk having his henchmen do all his dirty work, and him basking in his glory. I didn't think Punk was going to win, but what a performance it would be for him to at least get to the final 4, if not the final 2. Unfortunately for WWE, he had to run into Super Cena. Comes out and eliminates all of them. Seriously, all of them. After a streak of eliminations, including Booker T, Mark Henry, Great Khali, and others, here comes John Cena with his Superman cape and throws them all out. I remember being so pissed off at that when I first saw it in 2011, I almost turned off the show. Because after that stupidness, it was nothing but John Cena and Hornswoggle until the ring filled up. And then we got the return of Diesel, which was cool. And then that was it. The final 2 was freaking Alberto Del Rio. Oh, that guy. Remember him? I hope you don't. And Santino Marella. Yeah. The final 2 included Santino Marella. The final 2 included Santino Marella. Not CM Punk, who I still argue should have been one of the final 2, if not final 4. It was Santino Marella and Alberto Del Rio. And Santino almost won. Santino almost won a Royal Rumble. And fans were cheering for it, but it was out of shock. Like, oh my god, Santino's gonna win a Royal Rumble. Look, it had its moments. It wasn't all bad. So I won't give it too low of a grade, but Jesus, don't ever do this again. Never, ever do a 40-man Rumble. You don't have the roster for it. Unless you bring back a ton of legends, which at this point, you can't do because they're too old and out of shape. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. So as you can tell, I didn't like it, but I'll be fair and say it was somewhat passable. Somewhat. It barely scratches by. But nothing I would go back and watch again. And you shouldn't either. But let's get a clearer perspective from We Are Pro Wrestling. Let's go to the vote. Jesus.
The 2011 Royal Rumble match begins a stretch of 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, where the Royal Rumble matches were less than stellar to really bad. And this Royal Rumble match, yeah, less than stellar Rumble. And yeah, this is the Rumble that, yeah, 1988 was a 20-man Royal Rumble match. From 1989 until 2010 and 2012 to present, 30-man Royal Rumble. However, for whatever reason, 2011 was a 40-man Royal Rumble match. And this is something that we never asked for, we never wanted. We don't want a 40-man Rumble. And thank God they never did another more than 30-man Royal Rumble again. except for the greatest Royal Rumble, which I don't even know if that's canon or not. Another story for another time. The 2011 Royal Rumble match, the first and only 40-man Royal Rumble match. CM Punk was the Iron Man of this match at 35 minutes, 21 seconds, and for the first, half of this Royal Rumble match, it was the new Nexus Rumble. Oh yeah, remember the new Nexus? Remember when they were a thing for all of 15 minutes? Yeah, those were a sort of pretty much forgettable 15 minutes. The new Nexus dominated this Royal Rumble match as a group throughout the first half of the Royal Rumble match, which I will actually give WWE credit for doing something that, in a kayfabe sense, makes a whole bunch of sense, because you have a faction of 4 or 5 guys. Why not have them work together in a Rumble match? Sure, it's every man for himself, but why not make it easier for you and harder for the others? Kayfabe-wise, it made perfect sense. Then John Cena came in and eliminated all of them because lols. Speaking of John Cena, both John Cena and CM Punk eliminated 7 wrestlers in this Rumble match. Cena eliminated Punk, McGillicuddy, Ryan, Otunga, Kidd, Slater, and Riley. Punk eliminated Bryan, Masters, Rex, Kozlov, Truth, Henry, and Morrison. Now, this Rumble had 2 notable returns in Booker T and Kevin Nash. After many years away, both guys made their return here, even though it was not really a surprise. We all pretty much knew they were going to show up. But Booker T came in at number 21, and Kevin Nash as Diesel came in at number 32. Near the end, you had The Miz eliminating John Cena, Randy Orton eliminating Wade Barrett, and Alberto Del Rio eliminating Randy Orton, and it seemed Alberto Del Rio had won the 2011 Royal Rumble match. However, Santino Marella came back in the ring because he was never eliminated. So officially, the final 4 of this Royal Rumble match was Wade Barrett, Randy Orton, Santino Marella, and Alberto Del Rio. And they even teased Santino about to win this match, but in the end, Alberto Del Rio eliminated Santino Marella to win the 2011 Royal Rumble match.
The overall grade for the 2011 40-man Royal Rumble is a C-.
Thank you for watching. Next year, 2012. Trust me, it doesn't get better. But I'm happy you're joining me for this. See you then. Your boy, the Alyx Man, signing off.